Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I changed my skin up a little bit from what it usually is, but I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, we're going to be decorating my house finally, doing the interior of my house and some of the exterior. So that's what this video is all about. I've been working on it all week and finally recording it, and I'm planning on posting it maybe tomorrow. I'm going to figure out which day of the week I want to post videos on, and I will let you guys know what day that is. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday might be a good idea. Right now, tomorrow will be Monday for me, but I usually have a lot of stuff going on Mondays, so I don't know. But if I'm like at least once a week, and then maybe I can pop up another video, if I have the time, or if it's going to be a short video, because editing does take a while. I want to show you all the skins I have. So the pink one is the one I use the most, and then also the other one is from like Parkour World. But yeah, this is my new skin. I like it. I need to, when I get some money, I want to buy what I actually want to wear and stuff, and then keep that. But I figured this outfit was like perfect for me. And the first time I ever put on a cape and didn't realize that when you put on a cape, when you put elytras on, it's the pattern of the cape, which I know a lot of people know, but I didn't know that. I thought it was honestly just a Java thing, because everyone I watch play Minecraft, they play on Java, but apparently it's only really a Bedrock thing. Like, if you want to have this, you have to go on Bedrock and put a cape on your outfit. But yeah, so this is the outside of the front of my house. As you can see, very, very ugly, very boring. It's not good. No bueno. Definitely need some touching up, and the backside and everything. We're going to go around the whole house here. And also, apparently, snowy wolves spawn right behind me right there, that snowy spot. I found that out, and I was like, what? So now I'm going to have to hang out over here for a while to try to get snowy wolves to spawn for the pet shop, because it's the only wolf I do not have in the pet shop, because I could not get one to spawn. And then I was literally recording this clip. I cut it out, but one spawned, and I said, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. So I am going to terraform this area at some point, not in this video, not for a while. I actually need to work on my storage room. But I think I'm going to terraform it. Originally, I was like, I might terraform it up to the snow. I thought I saw a wolf, so I was like, let me come over here. But I was originally like, maybe I should terraform it up to snow. But I think this block that I keep standing on right here, I'm going to terraform it up to here and then make a cute little cliff thing. And then I will finish decorating the outside more. I just did a little bit of decorating on the outside because I need to terraform and do a lot of things. So storage room is next, though, because I don't have any room for any of my stuff. And also with doing the interior, I'm only doing 2 of the floors. The top floor is really just for, like, smelting stuff and just, like, things like that I want to keep up on the top floor. And then the basement is currently my storage room, so whenever I am able to move my storage room, I will redo the basement. But yeah, everything is very flat. I also need to just do a little bit of terraforming, because right here you could see underneath the house, and that's no bueno, it don't look good. And so I did a little bit of terraforming for now, and then I might do more when I, once I move my storage, I'll do and move everything around. I'm trying to figure out what order of what projects I should be doing, but definitely storage room is the next project. It's gotta be, because I cannot keep living out of my basement. It's getting overrun. But yeah, here's the front, the windows. Why do I keep talking to you guys like that? The front, the windows, everything just looks very flat. It's all right, but it's not my professional level. I do not like how this looks. People keep coming over here and talking to me, and I'm like, please don't look at my house, please. So I said I finally need to do the outside and the inside of my house a little bit, because I'm so embarrassed when people come to visit me, and I'm like, please don't look. Close your eyes. Shield them. Look away. Like, literally, that's really the only point sticking out is the wood right there. It's just so flat here. If I could redesign my house, I would change up a couple more things with it, but I'm not taking down my house and fixing it. I still need to work on the roof. I want to add more things to the roof and add some lighting somehow, because too many mobs spawn. Alright, here's the side of the house. I'm going to get rid of all the trees, but I'm not going to really finish this side of the house, because I am going to put a barn. I decided, like, I'm going to put a barn over here, like right where I'm standing. So yeah, and I was originally going to mess with the chimney, but I think I'll mess with it when I do the barn, because but I get rid of all these mangrove trees. I almost didn't say the right ones. I do like the chimney. It just needs more bricks, I think. a little bit more texture on it and make it like some parts like puff out a little bit. It's too flat. But yeah, and then this is the front of the house here. I finished that off too. The barn's really good, look really good. I have like a vision of what I want to do, but I need to move the storage room. But yeah, I've stripped this wood on accident, stuff like that. So I do work on getting this up to date, look better, and bring it up. And I'm not gonna do this area right here just because like the wall, just until I do the basement. That's one thing I didn't do. And yeah, I want to get rid of all this white because it doesn't match here. It looks really bad. So all the white's gonna go away. I love pale oak so much, and I always try using it as much as possible. I really have to like remind myself that it shouldn't be used that much, like it should just be a nice little thing. I do like my planter boxes, and I had a very certain vision for what I wanted to do to change the red or the white, like the siding, not siding, what are those called? Not scaffolding, something with an S, I feel like, though. Also fixing this area up a little bit because it looks a little weird, but it looks so good. Guys, I cannot wait for you guys to see the finished product because it looks amazing. But yeah, I also want to fix, like, get rid of where I put that planted area and do something else with that area because it does not look that good. But yeah, this is the whole back porch area, which you guys will see later. I didn't do any B-roll of the outside. Sorry about that, but at the end of this, you'll have B-roll. But we'll go through and talk about everything, of course. Okay, realize I should cut a lot out, but this is going to be the laundry room kind of thing, because I was kind of going for the vibe of my grandparents' house. So I'm just showing you guys kind of everything. This was the laundry room kind of planned area, because that's where the laundry room was. I did move where the washer and dryer was. Just, it just didn't fit the aesthetic. Same like this is just like a middle room that just had knickknacks and stuff like that. Yeah. But it looks literally so good. I'm looking at this and I'm like, it had, I had to do so much with it. But yeah, then we have this room. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to end up doing with this room at all. Like this room and the room across the hall. Did not know what I was going to do with it. The kitchen, I originally really liked the white. Like, I was like, oh, white, because, like, yeah, white kitchen, blah, blah, blah. But after I placed all this, I was like, Diorite's a really good block, but you have to use it right. There's a lot of blocks I really like, but you have to use that block right. And I would have preferred to use stripped pale oak as the ceiling, but honestly, not in the budget. It's not in the budget. I was not spending all that time. And, oh, yeah, I was not, even though it would have looked good. Maybe someday in the future, I might go back and put strip wood. No, I probably won't. It seems like too much work. I also rearranged my animals so they can be used as decor, too, and make sense, kind of. But, yeah, this is just a middle room. There's the kitchen dining room, and then, where am I going? This room right here is the living room, right? And there's the fireplace. And I originally was like, yeah, the couches, because they had leather kind of couches-ish, but this did not look like how I wanted it to look, so I ended up with a whole different vibe. And the bathroom, I started on it, and I'm like, I don't really like the bathroom. It looks all right. It makes kind of some sense. And also, none of the bathrooms have toilets in them, like, even once I finish it, and that is because I kept placing a toilet, and it looked funny where it was at, so I just decided against the toilet, just, it's not like we use a toilet in the game, so I just figured, like, yeah, let's just put a toilet down, or get rid of the toilet, or whatever, we don't need it. And then this room, I literally had no idea. This was my grandparents', bedroom, so they had a bedroom on the first floor. But I ended up just taking it a whole new level. Like, originally, I had a plan with it, and this just ended up not looking anything like my grandparents' house. But, you can only do so much in Minecraft. And it's just the shape of it is what gives you the vibe. And I accidentally made it, way too big to be my grandparents' house. Like, the living room and the kitchen, they weren't that big and stuff. A lot smaller. Man, I literally did such a good job building, because I'm literally looking back on this and I was like, this looks so bad. But when you guys see me actually decorate everything, it looks so good. Yeah, I feel like I might make a tips, actually I'll probably talk about tips about that. Yeah. This is the back porch again while I'm on the porch. just a different vibe. I definitely wanted to put seating out here. Well, of course you want seating out, but I wanted to put something where it was like a table and also have like just like a couch lounging area. Now this is upstairs. Wasn't sure what I was gonna do with this room. And then this one is my bedroom with a little closet. I ended up not really fully making it into a closet just because I'm like, I'll just leave it how it is, But it was just too big, so I shortened it. And yeah, this is my little bedroom area. Wasn't sure what I was originally going to do with that, but you guys will see in a little bit. I'm almost like, should I have sped up all these clips? Because I feel like I have to cut a lot out. So this is my armor room, right? Where I'm going to keep all the armor fully decorated. I didn't know what I was going to do with the floor. I put lighting underneath all the armor stands, so there is lighting. I can get rid of these torches because I don't really need it. I think I even added more lighting just because for like aesthetic and ambiance and stuff, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and hopefully I have enough armor stands. I didn't count how many I needed. I just placed them, but I figured like, oh, I'll do something if I need to. Okay, and then if we leave that room, of course, this is kind of the hallway. I tried closing all the doors that I went through, if I remembered. This is going to be one of the guest bedrooms that no one's going to ever use, but it's going to be a guest bedroom in here. I really like the size of that room. And then this is also going to be a guest bedroom with, like, children's beds or whatever, like the vibe of, like, if you and your kids came to visit and stuff. And then this is another bathroom. I have to move all these cats. We have, like, Duchess Marie, Thomas O'Malley, the Aristocats. They're going to go in the pet shop, actually. But I need to name tag them, and for some reason name tags are not working for me. They keep just popping out the hashtags, so I don't know why my game is being cursed and glitched. I was able to name Duchess and Marie, but every time I try doing Thomas O'Malley or anything like that, it just doesn't stay. But yeah, and then we have this room, which I had no idea what I was going to do with this room. I do like what I ended up doing with the room a lot, because I'm like, I have too many extra rooms. Like, if I was someone who kept my storage in my house, then yeah, those 2 rooms I didn't know what to do with would be storage. But I keep a lot of blocks, because I will build with the most random stuff, and I don't like to have to resource gather when I go to build, That's not the vibe I like to go with. So yeah, I keep a lot of blocks on hand. I spend most of my time gathering blocks and everything. I keep literally anything I might need. And I can't do windows here, so these rooms have to be windowless because of how I did the roof. Which is a little sad, but it's alright. We made it work. I think it ended up looking good even though we couldn't do windows. I think I even showed you guys here too I couldn't do windows. I was kind of seeing like, can I do windows here? No. There's certain spots where I could do windows, like the armor room. I think I could do some windows, but I decided against it because it wouldn't have looked good. Because there would have been armor stands in front of the window, but you know. So yeah, I'm just going to show you kind of the downstairs again. Just a quick run through. I'm trying to eat all that cake before I need to break the table. And yeah, so I am going to do all the decorating, which I do live on Twitch, just so you guys know. So you can go follow me on Twitch. This is my Twitch handle. And yeah, so you guys go follow me there, and you guys will get sneak peeks on my videos if you see me going live, because usually it's me doing something like this. And you can see me also playing other video games like Red Dead or Subnautica or The Sims maybe, or, anything. You can get sneak peeks on all my projects and see me actually build it. Alrighty, so let me show you my interior. You can kind of see what the flooring kind of looks like from the basement. And you can see I also, needed to grow a bunch of amethyst. But yeah, here is the laundry room here. It's so cute. I literally love how it turned out so much. It looks so good. And I ended up just using fake walls to hide this area. I didn't need it open. I kept it lit up. But you can also still go back there. So I could hide something back there if I wanted to. I probably wouldn't, but I could. And yeah, I look at that. Doesn't that look like a washer and dryer? I have a hard time using lodestone because it's such like an interesting block. It's harder to use, but I just have a hard time using it. I added these campfires, just some decor. I found when you're building interior, just sometimes putting random blocks down really just makes it look nice. It doesn't have to all make sense. That's what the one thing that took me so long to learn how to build interior was I just felt like all the blocks had to make sense, but sometimes it looks really good when they don't make any sense. The buttons on the wall, I like them, but I don't like them, so I decided just to leave them for now, and if I still, like, am iffy about them, I'll just get rid of them and do something else. And then this middle room here, I decided just to look like kind of like a knickknacks storagey room. And you can see I use, like, I have the butterfly jars up, and I'm going to collect more butterflies. I just need to find them. And then also, like, look at this. And I love acacia wood. It's so nice. People don't really like acacia wood. They don't appreciate it. But, yeah, I figured that room looked nice like that. Mighty keeps going in there. That's his favorite room. I keep pushing him over to the dining room area, but he keeps going back over there, so I left him. And then I've been doing lighting like this. I really like it. Kind of reminds you like when you're at the doctor's office and the ceiling tiles have like the clouds and stuff like that. But it's a little bit different. It also reminds me of like a hot air balloon for some reason. And we have a little bell I can ring for dinner, a little hidden kinda-ish frog lights with my ender chest and these chisel bookshelves backwards and stuff like that. I also retexturized the walls. I got my axolotls in here. I hate when they go out of the water. But I also put frogs, and it just gives them a nice, cute little, indoor vibe. I got the inspiration from Corrales' video. He did something like this inside one of his houses, and I really liked it, except for his, I think the roof was open. So it looked like a little, like, garden. It was open. But I was like, let me do that here. Because I really didn't know what else to do. And I needed to build something for my axolotls. So I have, like, almost one of every type except for the blue one. Because, of course, that's the hardest one to get. One day I will dedicate a bunch of time to trying to get a blue axolotl. All right, now we come out to this area. As you can see, I made some of those pots. Some of them I decorated because it took me a while to figure out how you decorate pots, but I figured it out. I use these mine carts. I wish I would have used more. Like, I wish I could, but I can't use too much just because it would cause too much lag on the server if I use way too many, so I decided just to use a couple. And then a little map of the house. I have this curse that whenever I build a house, I'm never fully on one map. I'm literally partially in two different maps. Or one time I was in the corner, so I had to put 4 maps up just to get my house, and I was like, you gotta be kidding. What is the luck of that? It's just my curse. So this is the bathroom, and you can see, no toilet. No one will really notice, I don't think. I did this recessed lighting kind of thing. I don't think it's recessed lighting, but I really liked it. Same with like an empty jar. Maybe we put Q-tips in there or something like that, and it's empty. We need to restock. I don't know. And then this little mirror painting thing. I wish there was a painting that did look like a mirror, but I figured that one looked really nice. Actually, like that's a good painting. Doug's in here, and yeah, I decided against the toilet because it just looked out of place, and I couldn't figure out what would look the best like a toilet. It just was a no-go. I added the strip zone, and it's kind of weird, but I also really like it for some reason. And yeah, and then we have like, just random stuff. They don't really make sense. I'm never going to use them for storage. I got a copper golem here. Yeah, we have these couches here where I use concrete slabs. Bookshelves, which I literally realized that I accidentally put some enchanted books that I bought in these bookshelves, and I put a lot of these books, like this one, the Swift Sneak. I was like, wait a minute, I bought this to put Swift Sneak on my pants, so I'm literally like, oh no, and I went through this entire bookshelf, but I have more bookshelves, but I thought I just placed, it's a whole thing, guys. It's a whole thing, and I'm very upset with myself. But yeah, I'm going to have to go through all the other bookshelves. I put in this chest, I've been putting kind of random stuff in there. I added a lot of end butterflies and stuff like that. So yeah, we have also a butterfly up on the mantle, and I actually put fireplaces. This is a nice little couch to lay, if you're going to lay down by the fire, you could nap here, you could sleep here, a little lounging couch, And then we have a pillar. This is a support pillar, because you got to have one. This is a big open space. There's got to be one. It only makes sense. I almost think, I tried to add 2 because it would have made more sense for 2, but yeah, I just couldn't. And then the outside area, you can see I use mangrove on the ground. I use campfires up above, and I did this little 2-layer campfire thing, which I think from this angle looks really nice, but if you're underneath and you look up, it looks kind of weird. But, most people are going to look at it from this angle, and I really like it. I also added these trees, and then I use this type of, I don't know what the specific name of this copper is. What's the word? like, I can't think of the word, I'm sorry. But I really liked how that looked. I didn't want it to be blue. I figured that color looked the best. We have a little couch area where we could chill and talk to people. And if you step on a pressure plate, then the trap door will go open. So that's just one annoying thing about it, but it's fine. It looks pretty. I added decoration. I also added the or the shelvings on the outside here, and I really love how that looks. Like, I literally love how it looks. I also, like, did some more stuff with the ground to make it look pretty. I used these slabs to make a little awning kind of, like, seating area so we can sit here and chat with our friends and eat, outside in the nice, whenever it's a nice day out. Where I live, I imagine the temperature is, like, a cooler, but, like, really nice cooler temperature. And then, yeah, I used more bookshelves here, and I really like how they looked. Like, look at that. Does that look so good? I'm obsessed with it. If you guys don't think it looks good, then, that's a you problem, because I think it looks great. I think mangrove really complements spruce wood in a way, like the regular logs, not like planks. I don't think they look good, but like mangrove logs. And yeah, here's the kitchen. This is the dishwasher, and then we have the fridge, and the fridge actually has food in it. The top one's for like meat, and then we have like carrots, potatoes, and stuff. And all these can be used as storage too. We have a cauldron that I forgot to put water in. And then there's more storage here. So all of our food is going to actually go in our kitchen for once. I've never done that. But we're going to actually keep food in the kitchen. That's where if I'm needing to get food, this is where I got to go. I also need to put some water bottles in the brewing stands. I keep lava buckets here, so if we need to cook any food on the smoker. And also, this is a backwards wither head. I thought it looked really nice. Like, maybe it could be like a blender bottom, or like, I don't know, a toaster. I just figured it looks kind of like it could be an appliance. Maybe I don't know. I just think it looks like an appliance of some sorts. And then we have these empty jars. Like, maybe we need to go to the store and get some flour and stuff, and that's what those jars are for. And then we have our little dining room table with bowls, cups, candles, and I put these amethyst clusters or whatever because I thought they looked really nice on the table. They don't really make sense. We have our little copper golem guy, sorry. And I used brown half slabs as the seating. I thought it looked good. We have some cauldron, that. This is also a hidden light here. I like how that looks. And this could be like a bar area. Some places have like a bar to keep their adult beverages. That's what this kind of gives the vibe of, that you go in here. You could see outside, look at the pretty sunset through our little window. And yeah, it's just hidden lighting, but it gives a kind of bar vibe to it, and I really like that. Jukebox so we can listen to music. I tried to add a lot of blocks here, but it just looked funny, so I decided just to leave the one block, and I think it looks good. It's not totally empty, but yeah, if I added too much, it made it just look bad and cluttered. I upgraded the wall textures here too. I did downstairs, I already say that. I upgraded the wall textures down here, and I also did up here. We still have our false wall here to go up, but you cannot make false concrete powder, so that's the one spot where I can't go in and out. But it's no biggie. It's a big area. I did actually was able to use some pale oak. And then, yeah, look at this decorated little hallway. I love it. I have this piston going up. I was kind of iffy about that, but I really like how it looks. And then we need to add a butterfly to this jar, but this is just a little storage area maybe. Maybe we don't add a butterfly to that jar. Who knows? But I figured this is a storage area. Like, I have, stuff that I don't use, and I just do it in there. Same with, like, down the hallway too. I'm trying to leave the doors open because I filmed the B-roll after this. And then another one of those lighting things. I love them. And, more trap doors and stuff like that, and doors, and I just tried using as much as I could. Paintings, more bookshelves that I need to go through to see if there's any Swift Sneak books. This is what ended up happening with my closet. I'm never gonna, you know what, I might use it. I might put like backup armor in there, like armor I don't want to have out on display, like just armor that's a backup in case something bad were to happen to my armor, even though we have keep inventory on. And then I went to check just a couple books here, like let's just see if a Swift Sneak book pops out, but they did not. I gave up. I said I'll come back later. I'll have to break that to get to it. I also put all the dogs in here, so Stella, Echo, and Maui are in here. Well, not all, but the ones that are like my dogs in real life. If I want to sleep, I just have to break the carpet. I go to sleep, and then we wake up and replace the carpet because I like the look of a big bed. I might make the bed a different color than white, or like the carpet, use a different color carpet, but you know, I figured it looked good. Also, another hidden lighting there with the torch. Hidden lighting right here. I really didn't need the torch hidden lighting, but I figured might as well. Can't hurt. And then we also have lighting up here too. If I'll flip the trapdoor right there. So yeah. And I decided to use some copper. You know, use this, which flips some of my trapdoors, and I didn't realize it until after I filmed the B-roll. I think I was like, let me just check, see if a Smith Sneak book is here. No, it's not. I'm really upset about the Smith Sneak book, I'm going to be honest. This is what I ended up doing with the armor room. I really like it. I love how this carpet turned out. I think this is enough armor stands that I need to have one of every armor. I figured I would put the tools here on display like this. So I just have them like on display. You know, I can also put them in these chests and stuff over here. That's why there's chest and a bunch of chests and barrels for that reason. And then, yeah, look at this. Need more butterflies. I messaged the person who sells wings and stuff. And, you know, more chiseled bookshelves and regular bookshelves. And then this is how the guest bedroom ended up looking like. I literally love it so much. I love it, love it, love it. And then they also have some storage here. If you open the trapdoors, it's not real storage, but it's fake storage. Like they put their clothes in there when they come to visit. Very, very little storage, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, more stuff, you know. This, I'm calling it the filming room because it has a little camera and a TV thing. I really did not know what to do with this room, and last minute I was like, a filming room. So, you know, you could play on your computer to make your Minecraft content and stuff like that. We have some shelves. The cat you can see is sitting in my chair. And then this, I figured lodestone also kind of looks like a camera, so I put lodestone and then cover the other sides of it. And so you just sit here and you film. Maybe I'll try to, whenever I do my intros, be in this room if I remember. And I also shortened this room up a little bit, as you can see, because you know, it really didn't need to be that big. That's one thing you got to learn when you're decorating a house, is that you might make the inside smaller just because it doesn't, you know, it might look good from the outside, but from the inside, you might need it just to be smaller. But yeah, that's why there's also a brewing stand, because I figured that kind of looks like a stand. You know, it's got 3 legs on it, so it looks kind of like it could be a tripod or whatever. And then, yeah, this is this little corner. It's so pretty. We have a cat for decoration. That's just one of the extra cats. And then Munchkin's in this bathroom. Here's a big old shower. You know, again, no toilet because it just didn't look right. And then this is the guest bedroom where there's, you know, like kids' beds or whatever and stuff. More chiseled bookshelves that I need to go through. Oh, I'm so mad I did that. You know, maybe they have a computer. If they're visiting for a long time, maybe they need to film or something. I don't know. And, you know, yeah, I still need to name them. But yeah, these are just like kids' rooms. And I also realized that I forgot to put trapdoors on the top of the, like, adult bed. Like, I'm imagining it's like 2 parents and their 2 kids come to visit, you know, like that's what this room, you know, just in case. Maybe I have someone with 2 parents and 2 kids and, you know, that's coming to visit. And that's what the vibe is. Or maybe I just have a bunch of people coming together and I just need the beds. I just need beds. But yeah, I was like, oh, I need to place the trapdoors here. So don't mind that, guys. Don't mind that. I also, when I was filming the B-roll after I got done and I was editing it, I was like, oh, I forgot to put the trapdoors there. And I was like, it's fine. It's fine. You can barely notice it. If I didn't say anything, you guys wouldn't have noticed it. Or maybe you did. Who knows? I also tried putting a plant in this, but it just ended up not looking good. It just looked weird, so we scrapped the plant idea. But yeah, the bathroom, let's take a quick little walk around the hallway. Isn't it so pretty? I literally do really like the piston being up because it's the only piston besides the kitchen table that are up like that, and I think it looks good. I put candles up there. It just looks really good. It looks good. And yeah, just a quick little, we're just gonna look around again. You know, just take a look on everything. I just love how this turned out, guys. Okay, now I'm going to show you the outside a little bit. The ground doesn't look good. Of course, I need to finish the storage before I can, some stuff before I can actually terraform this ground. And also, the side doesn't look that good because I am going to put the barn for the horse here, which I'm never going to use the horse. He's just purely for decoration, or maybe I might use him a little bit, who knows. Now that I have a lighter, I probably won't use them. I also made these custom trees here. They're kind of a mix between a spruce tree and a weeping willow. Every single time I make a tree, I don't like how it looks unless I start making it look like a weeping willow, so that's what you get. And also I need to let all this copper here wither to that I don't even think wither is the right word, but the copper at the bottom, the what do they call it? I don't know. Oh, I turned it to night so you guys can see the pearlescent, I think, frog lights, what they look like at night. And I accidentally put sunrise, which I forgot is not the brightest. But it looks kind of funny during the day, but I think it looks good at night. I'm going to see if there's something else I could put there instead, because I'm not 100% loving it. But I do need to cover that, and I do like how it's providing light. So, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I played around a lot with this on stream and was like, what can I do exactly? And then, yeah, of course, I'm going to terraform this all back. This is when I decided I did do a little bit of terraforming just because I needed to. But, yeah, I think I'm going to terraform it to this block, as you can see, and then make it. I wish I could tell you. When I do that video, you guys will see, but I don't know how to visually or verbally say it. It's just kind of be like it's going to be like a cliff going straight down, and it's a vision. That's the best way I can describe it, but I do like how the front is looking. I also, when I placed that tree, it was to hide this corner because the roof doesn't look the best in this corner, so I decided to put the tree and it distracts from what I don't like about it because I'm not going to take it all down, to be honest. I'm just going to leave it. And then again, we use more of, campfires. I need to let those all age a little bit and then wax them so that they stay to the level that I need them, but that'll take a little while. And then, yeah, the campfires and the little things to hold it up, and right, is that an awning? I don't know. I just, I like how campfires look. I also made these custom trees too. They're also weeping willow spruces, and I'm gonna put another one because I do want to block this side a little bit more because I didn't know how to decorate it. I couldn't put a window in here. This is where the laundry room is, so I couldn't put a window. I tried. So yeah, I want to get rid of this tree here and make a custom tree, but and I also would really like to decorate this bottom area. Like I did the porch part, but I would like to actually decorate this area a little bit, but I need to move my storage before I can do that. And so we have a lot of work on here. I'm still not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with that, but I'll figure something out at some point. I'm going to go over here so you guys can see the house from afar. It looks pretty good. There's so much stuff I have to move to actually make this look pretty. I want to put a dock. I want to make little boats, like make boats, not just put boats in the water. Make little boats, so it's like maybe I go fishing on the weekends. I don't know. I also really like how the bookshelves look as plant pots. Like, and you get the fancy plant pots for your plants. I got to move this bamboo. I got to make a sugarcane bamboo, like, automatic farm, like a little one. I already got pre-approved for one, but, I got pre-approved for a big one, and I just honestly just need a little one, so, yeah. I want to show everyone on the server this, but let's talk about some of the next projects that I'm going to work on. The next one for sure is doing the storage room area, which I'm going to do on live stream, but I will show you kind of the before and after and like try to do videos during and stuff like that. Yeah, so let's teleport to another thing I need to work on, and it is actually doing the decoration for this house. Just because it's supposed to just be an empty house. We also have this upstairs area that I could decorate up to, make it look pretty, but it's the pet shop storage area. We're going to decorate it, and I'm going to put moss all on the ground outside here. I need to get rid of all the bushes and the carpet and everything. And, that's a project for another day. I just need to do the storage room next, that's for sure. But this is one that I want to do soon because I do want it to look really pretty. I really love this build. Like, I love it so much. I wish it was an AI that I found, but, it's fine. It's fine. We're flying over to my house so you can see how close my house is to the storage area. That was kind of the plan. I found that area and I was like, yeah, let's do that. But yeah, here's my house again. We're just flying over, looking at it. I realize now that I forgot to do something I needed to do to the roof, but it's fine. It's fine. There's more stuff I want to do to the roof, so I think the roof might be its own video in general, because there's a lot I want to do. But we also need to move all the villager trading areas and remake them to a different, thing. That's going to be a whole video. I don't know where I want to move them to, but I'm going to move them far away so I can't really see them. And then I'm going to make them look cool at the same time, or attempt to. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I know they're going to be very far away. I will definitely make a video on that. I'm still deciding if I should make it into one big storage area, or, area where there's a bunch of, iron golem, things, or if I'm going to make them into two. We really don't know. And that will come to me at some point, but not yet, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think I need to count how many villagers I have and do the math before I decide. So that's mainly the thing. And it's going to be a whole thing. And it's going to look really good, guys. I swear to you it's going to look good. And you guys are going to love it. You're going to be like, wow, that's so amazing. That's literally the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I know. Don't you guys love my videos? Ha ha ha. Like, oh, that's so amazing. Cool. But yeah, the next video will be me doing the storage room. And, I might not fully decorate it. I probably will. But, at least get the storage area done. The house looks really nice. And once I get the storage area done, I can finish up out here and get rid of all these chests and everything I have out here to make it look pretty. There's definitely things I need to cover up. I probably would do a storage area and then make my mini bamboo and sugarcane redstone thing underneath my house. Maybe, I don't know, somewhere I'm gonna hang out a lot. In general, I don't know. I like to usually make like a lot everywhere my AFK, but we'll see. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget there will be B-roll of the before and after and everything. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you want to get sneak peeks on all the projects we're getting done and everything like that. I will probably try to live stream actually today for myself. To do the storage room. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do the storage room exactly. I'm thinking underneath that villager thing we were just at. I'm thinking underneath that will be the storage room, and I'll make a cute house on top of it and stuff like that. I need everything to be kind of like a story going on. Right now there's no story, but at some point there will be. And I really appreciate all of you guys for watching this. If you watched it all the way through, really do. And if you watched it all the way through, you might as well follow me, because clearly you enjoyed this video, right? So make sure you follow me. Please like and support me. You can comment things too. You might comment something and I'll make a video on it. Who knows? I probably would. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this B-roll. Bye.